Today we're looking at editing video on the timeline. So I'm just going to create a new project. I'm calling it editing video. I'm saving to my desktop, but you can save to another folder. And I'm just going to accept all the defaults and click OK. Just ignore that one. Okay, so we've got a blank project now. The very first thing we need to do is to import some media. And I've shown you some other ways of importing media, but the way I'm showing you now is just by double clicking in this project bin, blank project bin, where it says import media to start. Just double click there, and that brings up a browse window, which allows you to select certain media to import. I'm just going to import I'll import all three for now. So the bear, butterfly, and the lake. Just going to import those into my project. I've got all three clips now, and I'm going to have to also create a sequence. Now you can go to File, New Sequence, okay, and select one of these options here. But a simpler way is to actually create a sequence from a clip. So I can do that quite simply. I'm just going to hold down my mouse button and just drag it to this blank timeline, and it generates a sequence for me. Okay, and the sequence gets the properties from the clip. It's going to be a good match with your imported video footage. The first thing to learn is zooming. So zooming in and out. And there's actually two types of zooms when you're looking at the timeline here, and that is zooming in horizontally and zooming in vertically. So let's have a look at those. So the first, you should be using your shortcut keys to do this. So next to the backspace key, you've got the plus equal sign key. That will zoom in horizontally. So I'm just going to press it twice now. Once and twice. And we'll do it a third time and a fourth time. So you can see that we're actually zooming in horizontally. So the timeline along here is expanding as we're zooming in horizontally. And I'm going to zoom out now. So just press the minus key and we're zooming out. So that's zooming in and zooming out horizontally. So that you can also zoom in vertically as well. So hold down the Ctrl key, Ctrl plus. That is zooming in vertically. And likewise, you can zoom out vertically as well by Ctrl minus key. So that's the two very important types of zooming on your timeline. The other one is, I'll show you shortly, but first you need to just zoom in horizontally a few times. So just without pressing the Control key, press the plus key a few times. Just so, make it about 6 times. So we've really expanded our timeline out, zoomed in. Now, I want you to press the backslash key, which is just under the backspace key. The backslash key, click that. Okay, we just saw that by clicking the backslash key, we're zooming out of the timeline so that it fits within our window here. So I'll just do that again. Zooming in horizontally by clicking the plus key. Do that a few times. Then click the backslash key just below backspace. Okay, so that zooms out so that our timeline fits within this window here. Next zooming feature we'll look at is pressing the tilde key. So if you press the tilde key, and that's just next to the 1 key on your keyboard. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, just at the top, very top left, sort of just below the escape key, you've got the tilde key. So press that. So the tilde key makes our window full screen in effect. So we can expand it or maximize it and then minimize it. So it's a very handy feature. I've just maximized the source monitor. When using the tilde key, you have to be very careful about what window you've actually got highlighted. So I've got my source monitor with the border. You can see here. I've got my source monitor highlighted at the moment, program monitor. Just make sure you're on your timeline before you press the tilde key, because otherwise you'll maximize the wrong window, which is very common. Okay, so that's our zooming in and out. The other one we'll look at is just with audio. And you can see here, this is our audio track. So you've got V1, V2, V3. They're all different tracks for video. So you can layer your video. Here we've got A1, A2, A3. They're for audio, of course. But at the moment, this A1 audio track is not giving you much information. So what we actually need to do, I'm going to press the tilde key first, just to make my window full screen. There we are. There's not much useful information here with the A1 track. I can actually see a sound wave if I put my mouse cursor between the A1 and the A2, and I can just hold my mouse down and just drag it down. Okay, so I see a sound wave now, and you've actually got two sound waves because this is for stereo sound. You've got the left sound wave and you've got the right sound wave as well. So that's very handy, particularly when you start to manipulate the audio. For instance, increase the volume or decrease the volume, and a few other effects as well.